everyone. So we've arrived in Banaue now. We got the night bus last night from Baguio, which ended up taking like 9 hours, and it was very bumpy. So we arrived here and it was really dark. Just got on a tricycle and he takes us to the tourism office, and we've booked a 2-day 1-night hiking tour, so we'll get to see Banaue and the rice terraces. So hopefully it'll be a really nice hike and really beautiful. The sun is just coming up now, so we can just see our first glimpses of Banaue, and it looks so beautiful. Yesterday it rained in Baguio, so hopefully it doesn't rain here, fingers crossed. I'm excited. We'll let you know how it goes. So the first thing we did was find some breakfast just to energise ourselves after the long bus journey with minimal sleep. Then we met our guide, who was so lovely, and we drove up to a viewpoint so we could see Banaue town and get a glimpse of some of the rice terraces. Then it was into the jungle to start the hike.
Foggy, isn't it?
The day started off pretty foggy, so we couldn't really see much of the rice terraces. But as the day went on and we got higher and higher and deeper into the jungle, the clouds cleared and the terraces showed their beautiful selves. Our guide was telling us that the terraces are actually around 2,000 years old, and they were all built with minimal equipment and largely by hand, which is crazy, like when you can see how high these terraces go and how massive they are up the mountain and in the middle of nowhere. Apparently, if the terraces are put end to end, it would encircle half the globe. So we just came from all the way up there. I'm out of breath.
Made it.
To decompose already the fertilizer.
Here is some of the newly planted rice. Just goes on for miles and miles. So we've finished day 1 of our hike in Banaue. And we're in
Kombulo village, I think.
Yeah.
Kombuto village.
Yeah, we just had a really nice like guitar jamming, singing sesh with the owner and our guide. It was really nice.
We've had a long, tiring day, especially because we didn't sleep very properly last night. But the walk today was magnificent.
It was really, really nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, Studio Ghibli-esque.
Yeah, like there were parts of it that were a bit treacherous, like it would be like 1.5 foot walkway on the rice terraces and then like a massive drop.
Yeah,
I was a bit scared. I couldn't look around very much. Yeah, some of it was quite scary, and then like a lot of it was going up the stairs and back down the stairs.
And well, you could probably tell we're desperate for a proper night's sleep, and that we'll be back on the road walking tomorrow.
Yeah, let's get a good night's sleep. Good morning. It's nearly 9 o'clock and we are getting ready to start the second day of our hike. So my legs hurt a bit. Hopefully today will be good. Nice views. The sun's out, so we should have some nice views today. Some of the rice terraces were actually really high, so it was already a struggle for me. Then we came to this bridge. Anyone who knows me, anyone who's watched the Khao Falls vlog will know that I'm scared of heights. This was really scary, and it doesn't look like it, but it took me a long while to get over, and it felt like I thought Perry was jumping up and down on it. But I made it. I did it.
Well, the beginning of this walk's been a little bit more tricky than yesterday. We've been doing a bit of scrambling so far, and you can probably see my massive sweat stains already. But it's enjoyable. It's a nice clear day. Hopefully we'll get some good sights when we get to the top. And also they're like sort of shredding the dried rice off the stalks, and then hopefully we might see some pounding in a bit. Some native pounding.
Sorry. You are right-handed. Right hand here. Hand here. Left foot forward. Oh wow. Oh.
Say hello, Lauren. This is the Batad Rice Terraces. Enjoy.
So, Batad Rice Terraces is one of UNESCO heritage site. This is the famous one here in Ifugao province and in Philippines and in Asia. Yes. So it's considered the 8th wonder of the world. Yes. So it was built, like I said, more than 2,000 years ago. So the walls are made of rocks and stones. That was long time ago.
Yeah.
And they use stool by hand and wood and some because before there are no iron. It's only wood and stones, the sharpened one. And some are rocks from the river they bring it here. It was a long time ago.
Yeah. Hard work.
These steps were actually so hard to go up and down. They were pretty painful on your knees. So if you've got any knee problems or leg problems, going to the Batad Rice Terraces is probably not for you. We made it to the waterfall. So we are nearly done with our second day hike. and we're in Batad. And we started all the way up there. Well, we walked from round the corner to there. Then we walked down the terraces to the blue house, and then down some more to a waterfall, and then back up and through the terraces. Some of them are a bit frightening, a bit wobbly.
How are you feeling?
I feel good. My legs are like jelly though. But it's fun. It's been really good.
Actually, this house have 3 layers, 3-story house. So it's the first floor where they can perform some rituals. And some animals, pigs, they just put here.
Yeah.
And the second floor is all dining room, bedroom, of course toilet outside, the jungle. And the third floor, actually, during harvesting time, the owner or the landowner of the rice fields, after they harvest the rice, they will bring the rice here on the third floor. So it will dry up through the heat of the sun and the smoke of the fire. After it's closed, you cannot see inside.
Yeah.
That's the traditional house of Ifugao people. This heritage site. Okay. So, meaning Bangaan. English word of Bangaan is a pottery. Yeah.
Pottery.
Because of the shape. You can see the village is the center, and the long rice fields is the handle. So it's like pottery.
Oh.
Pottery rice terraces. That's according to UNESCO.
Oh, okay.
And our dialect pottery is Bangaan.
Pangaan.
Yeah, so in Banaue viewpoint, it's like pyramid.
Yeah.
In Batad, amphitheater. Here, it's pottery.
Oh, okay.
Bangaan.
Pangaan.
Looks like it's a boat, mate. Well, we did it. We finished our Banaue Batad Rice Terrace hike. We ended up doing the 2-day, 1-night trek as we messed up our timings a little bit. And it was amazing. It was definitely a marvel. I think they're calling it the 8th wonder of the world. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And it's just crazy how they built that.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got the Stonehenge in England, but that's all flat. So that's easy, isn't it, really?
That's only a couple of rocks.
That's only a few rocks. But all these rice terraces, who knows how they did it, but well worth a big shout out to our guide as well. He was amazing, really helpful, really knowledgeable about any questions we had as well.
We even had a guitar jamming sesh on our night in the little village, which was nice.
And on that note, I think, what to bring. We brought too much stuff. I had a massive backpack. We brought too much snacks and too much clothes. We were a bit worried it was going to be cold, so we brought lots of cold weather stuff that we didn't really need. It was nice and hot. So I really recommend long trousers because there's some leeches, but maybe like a light jumper and
raincoat,
obviously a waterproof coat, and maybe and you change your pants as well. But we actually brought loads of snacks, which we didn't need because where we stopped for lunch both days, there was plenty of places to buy food, and where we stopped for overnight, we had dinner there, and he made us a lovely packed lunch as well. So big shout out. Where to go is very important though. Most of the walking tours start from Banaue and go straight to the tourist office. You pay your tourist fee. How much was that?
Environmental fee. It's 50 pesos each. Yeah,
50 pesos each. And then there's the government regulated prices for the groups. And I think there's like a maximum person you can have per guide, maximum people. But there's only 2 of us. And so I think we've already said that we pay 2,550 each peso, which is pretty good going.
Yeah, it includes all your accommodation, the guide, and entry fees. So I thought it was really good, a really good price. And your transport as well, transport to and from everything.
Yeah, because when we got off the bus, someone came on and said,
well, where are you going? And we're like, we want to do a hike. And so he got us a trike from where the bus dropped us off from Baguio, took us to the tourist office. And then he picked us up and even the next day dropped us off again at our sort of next stop. But really importantly, I think, is we did some research beforehand that said, you know, people will approach you in the street or in like restaurants and stuff to arrange the tour. But someone did that to us and they were a drunk. And, you know, they said they were going to do like $4,000 each and, you know, sort it out for us. But then, you know, in the tourist office, they said, don't go with him.
Yeah,
so
don't listen to him.
Yeah. So I think, be wary, you know, don't just like trust anyone there. You know, there's a tourist office, you know, they know tourists go to do this walk there as well.
Yeah, I think it's best to do what the government mandated prices, regulated and everything. So you don't end up overpaying. That's just how much it is.
Yeah. And so I think there's a few different walks to do. I think the main ones are, you know, what we did, which is the 2 days, 1 night. But there's a 3 days, 2 nights one that sounds really good. But again, we messed up our timings. And then there's also like just a day one, you know, if you don't fancy the 2 days, you know, from Batad, is that right?
Yeah, Batad. You just go to the UNESCO World Heritage Rice Terraces. I think you go to the waterfall.
Yeah.
And I, think it's like a couple of hours, but it's still pretty strenuous.
Yeah,
like
that's pretty hard work.
In the walking around in the rice terraces, it can be hard work.
Yeah. And then also our guy was saying there's like a massive like 6-7 day one as well, like really going up to the mountains.
Yeah.
Which actually sounds really good. You know, I think like the highest peak in the Cordilleras, I've pronounced that maybe correctly for a change, is up there as well. But that was amazing. We're obviously very tired. And we are going to Sagada next, which is again another part of the mountain province or the mountain province. But to get there, there's apparently a bus at 5 a.m. and 5:30 a.m. From Banaue to take us to Sagada. So we're going to hopefully sleep well tonight and then get up nice and early for that trip.